to do the right thing and be fair. If you're going to put a tax on anything, it needs to be equitable, it needs to be fair, and everybody who participates in the use of what that tax is buying needs to make an equal contribution. And it needs to be simple. Simplicity has lost us in the tax code. I don't know how thick ours is, but I'll tell you the one when I was in the federal government, when I was in Congress, is, I don't know, 77,000 pages. And here's our problem. Let me digress just a little bit with Tom and my effort to change the education system in Idaho so that we could bring it up to modern date and we weren't plugging up the colleges with remedial classes, and the businesses of Idaho were telling us we can't hire the products you're turning out of high school because we got to put them through remedial English, remedial math, and science. We had a great product, I felt. In fact, the task force seems to have proven that because they've taken everything that Tom and I was trying to do with 3 propositions. The legislature passed 7 bills which accomplished almost all of Prop 1. Props 2 and 3 are in the 21 task force recommendations having to do with pay for performance, having to do with pay scales, and having to do with high-tech knowledge. We had a great product. We had a terrible process, or we were anemic in our process, because we didn't go to the people and say, okay, here's what we're doing and here's why we're doing it. And so as a result, it was highly suspect that it was part of a United Nations thing, or it was something Tom and I had cooked up in the dark of the night. And so when this will be my 3rd time, if we do it, when we do it, this will be my 3rd time at trying to get equitable funding, to trying to build 2015 highways with 2015 money. What I'm trying to do right now is build 2000 and maintain 2015 infrastructure, probably $6-7 billion worth of infrastructure with 1994 money. That's the last time the gas tax was raised. So, but it's not just that simple. In 1994, we didn't have electric cars on the highway. We had gas cars, and so the nexus for that, and diesel, was a 25-cent gas tax per gallon. The nexus, or 25 cents for the diesel. And we're at the same time, we collect 18.5 cents for the federal government. And they're supposed to send most of that back, and quite frankly, in Idaho they do. But so we've got to know that if we're going to make sure everybody's paying their fair share. I drive into work from Star, Idaho, every day, and as I'm going in and I stop at a stop sign, then I get about 15-16 miles a gallon on my 150 Ford pickup. And a car will pull up alongside of me, and it's an electric car, taking up the same amount of room, taking up the same safety measures that have to be constantly updated, and so they're not paying 25 cents a gallon. So we need a mechanism by which we keep our tax code, even on gas taxes, fair and equitable and understandable, and that really meets the need. And we don't have a mechanism in law today that really solves that problem. We got a little one for natural gas, but we don't have one except the license plate. And if you'll recall, my first shot at it was in order to get everybody paying their fair share for taking up their room on the highway was to raise the registration fees. Quite frankly, it was still a couple of $100 per car, cheaper than most of the states around us. But you know, they ran out of tar and feather in Boise by the time the legislature left town. And then I tried it again another year with a little different thing. When we tried to get 2 cents a gallon for gasoline, it was $1.39 a gallon. When we tried to get 2 cents. And 2 cents wasn't going to do it, but it was going to help us maintain the asset. And that's one of the things we need to do. So anyway, we're going to take our time, and we're going to do it right, and we're going to come up with a system that is going to accept equal responsibility. from everybody that drives on that highway.
Well, that's